Hey guys, welcome back to Nameless Productions. My name is Joe and today we're going to be reviewing Apex Legends. Now the game has been out for 1 month and 10 days and already it's built massive players. I played it for the duration it's been out and at this present time I love the game. Before the new characters come out I'll give the score a base score and a final score. So 2 scores in theory. My base score for this game when I looked at it at first would be around 6.8 out of 10. Because I'm not a big fan of Battle Royales, because I didn't feel like I liked the other games like Fortnite, Blackout and PUBG when I first got introduced to them. However, because it's based in the Titanfall universe, I really like Titanfall, so I thought I'd give this a go. So, firstly we're going to look at the characters. Now, the first problem that's come around this is the hitbox. Now we've got, I believe, 8 characters at the moment. There's going to be 2 more coming in the future, but apparently leaks there's going to be 10 more. They've given the names of them, but they haven't given anything towards them. They've only given the abilities to one of the characters, they haven't released the other. So the characters, that in theory they've got pretty much a size difference. That Respawn haven't fixed the size, so Gibraltar is 140% bigger than Wraith, which is a problem, so everyone's just going to pick the small characters. And it sort of leaves less playtime for the large characters. So Bloodhound is first in our characters list. So he is a relentless hunter. So he has a vision tracking ability, so a wall hack in theory for his tactical ability. He has a hunting ability for his passive, which when he looks at a door, if he looks at the center there's a little square and it can see when it was last opened, if it was opened within a minute or within 30 seconds, which will be half full. And his ult in theory enhances it, and you can see people that are very far away that you wouldn't normally see. Next we're going to move on to Gibraltar, who is the largest character. So Gibraltar has a defensive shield for his tactical ability, which allows him to pretty much protect his teammates if you need it. It can be used aggressively, like in PUBG's when you have you use your third person, you can ideally use that for the shield where you can just hop in and out, so you hop in to shoot, hop out to not take any damage. His passive is a little shield that he gets when he shoots. So on his left hand he's got sort of like a shield that when he puts up it takes, I think it absorbs around about 50 damage before it gets onto his health and his shields. And his ultimate is an artillery strike, which when he throws it, it goes down instantly, and pretty much just you get what an artillery strike is. It just goes down, bang. Next we're going to move on to Lifeline, who is classed as a medic. So she has a passive of a quick revival, but when she also revives, her drone can represent a shield, so it sort of beams out a shield in front of her. No one can penetrate her whatsoever. You have to go through the shield to actually get towards her. Same with that drone. Her tactical ability is regaining health, so you don't have to carry as many stim packs. And her ultimate is a care package, which allows you to get better gear, so like level 3 armor with her level 3 helmet, and it also gives you a stim pack or an energy shield, or another purple, or another level 3, like a extended mag or a phoenix kit or a med kit. Next we're going to move on to Pathfinder, who is a very mobile character, good for reconnaissance, as his passive is when he goes up to a survey beacon, he can pretty much predict the next zone, and with the green zone, it's where the zone is going to be next. His ultimate is a massive grapple hook that he fires for his whole team to use, and his tactical ability is a grapple hook as well, which he can hook towards people towards him, or he can hook it on the ground for more mobility. Next we're going to go into Wraith, who has an aggressive with her tactical ability, which allows her to go invisible and gain a speed boost for around 2 to 3 seconds, I think it is. But this can be increased more with her ultimate, which gives her a burst of movement speed as well, so you can go on the aggressive and also get out of sticky situations. Like if two teams are pretty much pincering you, then you can just easily just ult out of it. She also has her passive, which allows her to hear through walls, sort of thing. So if someone is near, she can hear the footsteps a lot easier than most characters. Next we're going to go on to Bangalore. Bangalore is a very good character in a sense of she can get out of sticky situations. A lot of these characters do get out of sticky situations really quickly, but Bangalore is probably the best at it because she has a tactical ability of a smoke screen where she has 2 charges of them. So when she's done one, it will start charging up for the next one, and she can just fire out 2 at the same time, but you'll obviously lose both your smokes and it will take longer for it to both charge up. She also has her passive, which allows her, when her bullets get, sort of enemies' bullets go flying towards her, she gains a burst of movement speed to get out of the way of them. And her ult, which is sort of like a worse version of Gibraltar's, is an artillery strike again, but they don't instantly blow up, they just go on the ground, but they have a larger area of effect, which is handy. Next we have Caustic, which he's sort of like a gas toxic person who, his passive, he can see through his own gas, and his tactical abilities, he can throw gas traps on the floor, but it can be easily avoided if you shoot the bottom of them and they just go away instantly before they get set off. And his ult is a gas grenade which he can throw out, which does a lot more damage, and also is a thicker smog, so you can't see thicker smoke, so you can't see through it. Mirage is another person who can get out of these horrible situations really easily because of his tactical ability, which he throws a decoy out. So if you are looking somewhere and you press the decoy button, the decoy will run towards it and act like him. So there's 2 of him, so you can't really tell which one is which. His ultimate ability is where he spawns 7 replicas of himself in a circle, and he goes invisible for 6 seconds before they all disappear, so another way of getting out of sticky situations. Also, his passive is when he gets knocked down, he goes invisible for 3 seconds, so people can't see where he goes, so he can easily be revived by his teammates. Now, as I said before, the hitboxes are a little bit broken on this. So Lifeline and Wraith are 2 of the smallest, so Wraith is 33 square centimeters, Lifeline is 37 square centimeters, Bloodhound is 37 square centimeters, Mirage is 44 square meters, as well as Bangalore. Pathfinder is 63, Caustic is 68, and Gibraltar is the largest with 79. Now we're going to move on to the guns now, which are, I quite like them, but some of them need to be sort of altered. The Mozambique in the shotguns class, we have the Mozambique, Peacekeeper, Eva 8 and Mastiff. Now one change I would really like to see is the Eva 8 maybe has like a select fire that can turn into the AA-12, which we all know we can summon out in a Terry Cruise and just batter people with it. Next we can go on to the SMGs, which in order, sorry I forgot to mention this, that I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best, so the worst will be first and the best will be last. So it's probably going to be Alternator, R99 and Prowler, but it depends if you get the Golden Prowler or not, because the Golden Prowler is a lot better than if you get all the attachments for it. Then we're going to go on to the assault rifles, so there's the Flatline, the Hemlock, the R301 and the Havoc. Now the Flatline doesn't get a stock with it, which I'd kind of really like to find that happening to it, because it really does need it. The recoil is just terrible on it. But the Hemlock is a 3-round burst weapon, the R301 is an automatic weapon, like more towards the SMG side, and the Havoc, unless you get the attachments for it, I don't think it's that useful. Also another thing with the SMGs as well is that the Alternator, I think rate of fire needs to go up a tiny bit. Next we're going to move on to the snipers. So we've got the G7 Scout, which is the weakest sniper. The Longbow DMR, if you get the Skull Piercer, then it becomes the strongest. Well, stronger than the Triple Take, so that's why I'm sort of putting the Triple Take and the Longbow together. Because there's mods like the Choke mod, which allows the Triple Take to gain more damage because it shoots 3 bolts at the enemy. So when you get the choke for it, it pretty much puts it into 1. And then you get the Kraber, which is like the Barrett 50 cal, which everyone knows, and it is disgusting. Now the Devotion, you still need an attachment for it because it sort of takes a while to charge up before it gets to full momentum. The Spitfire, currently one of my favourites, is the other one. I wish they add one more LMG to it because it kind of looks a bit bare. And finally we have the pistols, so we have the RE45, which is probably the best. Well, it's more an automatic one. You got the Wingman and the P2020, so I'm going to rank the P2020 at the bottom, and the RE45, then the Wingman. Now the Wingman is brilliant for, it's like a Magnum, but it's really powerful, so it has like 41 hits per damage, 41 for a body hit, and then sometimes it's 45 depending if you go higher. Headshots usually end up at 90 or 80. So for the map, I quite like the map's base design. The graphics for it are incredible. If you have good hardware for like your PC and stuff like that, then the graphics are really good. The map design, I can't fault it anything, but some areas are looking bare. It would look a little bit nicer if it had a few patches of like maybe the odd house or something that you find, I don't know, the odd weapon. So now I'm going to move on to my final score. So my final score is going to be 8.8 out of 10. My reason for this is, even though I love the game, the issues are quite substantial. Some weapons could be changed, also the hitbox needs to be changed, and sometimes the players are a bit, how do I put this in a nice way, don't use their brains. So I sometimes get put with potatoes. Even though I'm a very aggressive player, like I wish my friends were sort of quite aggressive, but they're more tactical, so they think, oh, where are we going to go, okay, I'll get the high ground, stuff like that, whereas I'm sort of like, I have Peacekeeper in the R99, I'll just go gun-ho. Even though it's a bit stupid, but I know when I need health, so like I'll go, if someone else is playing Lifeline and I've got low health, and I've got all shields, I'll be like, can you just put your drone down so I can stim back up and get up faster? And some of them would just be like, they don't understand. But that's partially because I play on Xbox most of the time. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a like and subscribe. Comment down below if you've got any video ideas for us to do. And I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be a Battlefield 5 video where we unlock the golden muzzle for the M95 Grand, I think it's called. The 95 Grand, I think. Anyway, I'll see you then guys. Have a good one.